Welcome in, Sagittarius, to Don Williams Tarot. I hope you are well. Thank you so much for being here. This message is for Sun, Moon, or Rising placements in the sign of Sagittarius. If you have those placements, this message may be for you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, not a one-on-one reading, so not all messages may resonate. So keep what does, leave what doesn't. And if you're interested in doing a deep dive as to what's going on with you and your life, I do provide private readings. My information is in the description box below. So today I am going to do a reading for the week of August the 18th through the 24th, which is next week, just to see what's going on, what we need to be aware of, what things are coming at you for this week that may need a little bit more clarity for you. From all the things that I've been seeing, I feel like next week is going to be a powerhouse kind of a week in terms of astrological stuff more than anything else. Now, keep in mind those astrological placements do affect every single body on this planet. So it will be interesting to see how this week rolls out. While I do this portion of your reading, I am going to take myself off camera so we can concentrate just on your cards. At the end of this portion of your reading, I'm going to pull myself back on camera, and I am going to pull some cards from the Spirit Junkie deck as well as the Moonology deck as your final messages. Okay, so let's get started. Thank you so much for being here. Also, if you're brand new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe. And for all the rest of you, I would absolutely love a thumbs up, please. So you saw that I had been shuffling. So now we're just going to lay out your cards and we're going to see what's coming in for you, Sagittarius, for the week of the 18th through the 24th. Well, you show up here very strongly here with that Queen of Wands, Sag. Then you have the Hermit card, Six of Cups. All right, let's move this over. I feel like I'm crowding over here. Six of Cups, Four of Swords. Oh, Queen of Pentacles, Star card. Love the Star card. And the Emperor. Really interesting cards here for you, Sagittarius. So we start off with the Queen of Wands. This is representing your energy as you're moving into this next week, how you're presenting, how other people are seeing you as this queen. Now, for me, this is my badass queen. This queen does not allow anything to prevent her from creating or doing what she wants. She definitely is one who follows her own inner guidance, right? She's quite fiery, this queen, and she's very successful. Now, the other interesting thing about her is that this queen doesn't really care what anybody else thinks. She will take other people's thoughts and considerations into her consideration before she makes a decision on something. But for the most part, she could care less. And it's demonstrated here with this black cat. Now, when the tarot cards were first created, black cats were always considered unlucky. It's kind of like that number 13. Everybody thinks, oh, number 13 is such an unlucky number. But in reality, it was just it's not the fact, right? She loves her black cat. And that's the whole point of this card, is that if you look at her, she is facing forward towards you, meaning her body is facing towards you, even though she is not looking directly at us. She's looking towards her future. So I feel as though this is your energy as you start the week as this badass queen. So I feel like whatever you are working on, I feel as though you're going to put all of your passion, your creativity, and your motivation towards those goals. Now, as the week starts to show up for you, as you start getting into this week for many of you are going to feel as though you want to pull yourself back. Now, as I was saying, as I started this reading, next week is going to be a powerhouse of all kinds of, planets are in retrograde, so that affects so many different things. And then we've got other planets that are squared and other kind of really crazy crazy things happening. And I am not an astrologer, so I don't understand it all. I just know that it does affect us. It's very much like that full moon. When the moon is full, it affects the tides. But if you also notice, it does affect people's personalities, because that's when we have higher crime. That's when we have more people going to the hospital, is on full moons, right? So there's something to it, even though we don't know what we want to call it. Now, the hermit for me is that inner reflection. This is like soul searching. This is a person that feels as though they want to go within themselves, become their own spiritual mentor. This person actually does enjoy their alone time, and it may feel as though you are just withdrawing for a little bit. And it could be that you're just thinking about things, or you're mulling over like projects or what it is that you want to create next, and assessing your next steps. This is your first major arcana in this reading. The other two is the Star card and the Emperor. But as I'm looking at your past, it feels as though what has led you to this week has been a little bit of some nostalgia. Maybe you have gotten together with old friends, something along the lines of that, or somebody from your past is coming in and you had not expected to have a reconnection. So this is that nostalgia card, looking back at times when times were a little bit simpler. This is also my childhood card. So you might be looking back at your own childhood and making assessments as how things were different when you were a kid, to comparing to what we are living through right now. So this 6 is also about persevering, and this is about keeping going. And as you can see, these, little children are here in this courtyard, and they're playing. So I feel as though what this is saying is that maybe some of us may need to lighten up a little bit, that maybe we're taking things a little bit too seriously and we need to have more playtime, right? Overall, what is kind of the energy that is coming in as well is that even though you do have this fiery energy, many of you are feeling kind of life weary or tired, or maybe you're not getting enough sleep, or you're burning the midnight candle and you're just, doing a lot of work, going above and beyond. Now, this guy is laying prone, right? He does have his 3 swords above him, but there is something that's hidden. This sword below him is hidden information. So it feels as though something is going to come in for you as a thought, or somebody's going to say something to you, or it's going to be a thought that you have that is going to uncover whatever this mystery is for you. But this card is definitely saying you need a little bit more self-care. So whatever that means to you, whether that's taking a bath with, a glass of wine, or whatever it may be, that does give you that sense of, that Calgon moment. And it's also this card of blessings coming in. So it feels like some of you might be slowing down. Some of you might just be really going within yourself, just evaluating things, looking at what direction, you want to go next. And at the same time, you are getting this advice of being very kind and gentle to yourself as you need it, right? So self-care is always good. And as you're progressing, so this is kind of your current energies in that week, right? This is a little bit to your immediate past. But as you're progressing, you definitely step into this Queen of Pentacles energy. Now, for me, this is my self-made queen. She doesn't need to have a significant other in order to be quite successful and be wealthy. She does know how to make her own money. She does have a focus here on that pentacle. Now, not only does this represent your physical security, it represents your wealth, it represents your career, it represents your home, it represents your possessions, and it also represents your health. So some of you may be concentrating on do your health right at this time. Maybe you're changing up a few of your practices in terms of looking at different supplements, or you're trying different things to see what really gives you a boost, gives you more energy, or makes you feel better in some way. I feel as though there's some type of a healing practice that is involved with this card. But at the same time, I feel as though it could also be that you're just going to really focus on your career and your money as you're moving forward. Like, this is definitely my queen, who is a very down to earth individual. So if it doesn't represent a person for you, it represents the fact that you are doing what you do, and you do it well, right? In terms of your job space. The other thing about this card is it can represent a female. It can represent somebody coming in that you're working with that is going to make an impact or is going to help you in some way this week. So keep that in mind. Now, what also is coming in for you is this star card. Now, the star card for me, I love the star card because the star card comes in especially after a tower moment, right? The stars, this card number is number 17, and the tower is number 16. So this does follow a tower moment. So if you've been feeling as though some things have not been going your way, or that you have not been on the right path, I do believe that this card, which is another major arcana, is saying that you are definitely walking towards your true north, right? This is also a card of wish fulfillment. This is a card of expectations, feeling expectations being fulfilled. You'd think I have spoken before, but for some reason I'm tongue-tied today. Must be that Mercury retrograde, which affects communication, right? I can blame that. Okay, and then the star also represents opportunities. So this is healing after trauma. This is also my long-term plans and goals. And this is your renewed hope card. So whatever it is that you were mulling over here, or that you had gone within to really look at, I feel as though you're really aligning with where you want to go, what you want to do. And then as your advice is to be more like the emperor. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a female or a male, it's the energy of the card in this situation. I don't feel it's really talking about a man or somebody that is coming in that is going to impression you in some way. I feel as the energy of the card itself. It's saying, for you to be this Queen of Pentacles and you be in alignment with your higher self and your goals, right? Long-term plans and goals. What this is saying is, in order for that to be very successful for you, you're going to embrace some of the qualities of this emperor. Now, this emperor is a leader, and he is an authority. He has very focused attention. He has clear vision. He takes action, right? He likes to solve and fix things. And so it can be your boss, but I also feel like this is you. You are embracing this energy. This is that, take charge kind of energy. And I think that you're going to be just perfectly fine. I mean, it looks like you're going to have a really interesting week. I feel like you're going to have some revelations. You are going to have a moment where you really should do some self-care here. And then I feel as though you're really walking your true path, walking your true north. And the other thing is, these blessings are coming in. You have blessings in this card, as well as deep healing from trauma from this card. So a lot of healing energy is coming in for you, Sagittarius. And overall, it looks really good. So I am going to put my glasses on. I'm trying to keep them way up high on my nose because my nose is still very sensitive from my fall. So let's see. Okay. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you. And it says, I am a light worker in disguise. I don't have to talk about it. I can just be it. It's awesome. So what is a light worker? That's just you holding more light within your body, right? And just be an example for others. I feel like that is tapping into that leadership card, right? You don't have to be a bully and be a leader. You can be a very soft, gentle, and just lead by example. And typically that is what I usually say to people is if you're going to be a leader, lead by example, right? That's the best way. Okay, and I can expand time when I'm inspired. Okay. Sounds like an interesting idea. And then we have nothing will come of this situation, which is the void of course moon. So I'm not exactly sure what that is talking about, other than maybe what it's saying is there's not going to be some big crazy thing that happens next week. And then your emotions are running high. I'm not sure. I didn't see that either, but that doesn't mean that spirit doesn't want you to know that, right, Sagittarius? So take it how it resonates. Anyway, that's your reading for this coming week. I hope you found some nuggets that will help you. Until next time, take very good care of you and do get that self care because it was right in the center of your reading. Cheers.